All right, so then the third exercise, so we've done our progressive warm-up, then we've gone on to our first actually workout movement, and now we're going to do our actually primary mover for her glutes. So this is an overload technique. So when I was in Brazil, I actually learned this one. So what we're going to do is sitting up tall. Now because Sancha is fairly petite, I actually don't let her sit at the back of the saddle, so she sits up tall. Because she's working the backs of her glutes, I'm going to ask her to put her mind's eye into that area to switch on. Now the first set's like we originally did, but face the other way. This is now just sitting down. So she's going to open fast, close slow for 20 reps. Her toes are up, her abdominals are pulled in, and she's going to ask her chin away from her chest. Good. Squeeze out. So every time she actually performs a rep, she actually stops, then goes. So stop, then go. So there's not a continual rep range of movement. There is a stop and go now to recruit all those muscles at the back of her hips, just underneath her erectors. And again, 5 more. So we're looking for 20 reps. 4 and 3, 2. Okay, 1. So the next part of this exercise, she's going to slide forward to get the next part. Now this is called the pop. She's going to open her thighs all the way out. She's going to stop halfway, come back out. So there's 20 pops. 2, elbows stay elevated. 3, 4, good. 5, toes are still up. 6, 7, keep working. She's going to breathe out every time she actually opens through the knee. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we nearly completed the set of 50, so she's going to slide back. So the first set was 20, second set was 20. Now the third is toes in, toes up, and a set of 10. So a set of 10 now, working another part of the glutes. This is more around her hip too. So your body is not just one-sided or with one plane. We have to work every possible area. Good. Another 6, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 more, 2, and 1. And then she's going to stop this exercise. The next part of the routine, we go back to the floor now. So we'll be once again looking up, and this will be going into a glamazon thrust. So coming laying on your back. Watch that doesn't slip. Yeah, this one. So this time her heels will be down, toes up. We're going to put the weight on her thighs. Now we've slightly gone up in weight again. This time she's going to thrust her hips up in the air and squeeze in the air for 2. So take the weight up in the air and down. Now she should have lifted her toe up, that's it, correct, and back down. So her back at no stage, her lower back is not going to touch the floor. It's called greeting the carpet. Her lower back will come down, say a brief hello, and then it'll go straight back up in the sky. And again, so we're keeping that area still working, still warm, but still working different areas. And again, so you can see how your heart rate will be getting fairly consistent to a fat burning range. You're nice and warm, and it's a good shaping routine to keep going. And again, 5 more. 5, and 4, and 3, 2 more. You feel that one? 2, 1 more, and 1. Sancha will now stand up. She'll go into the first stretch we did of the day. As 1 foot comes over, she's going to glide her body straight down and then just lift away. As she lifts away, her tailbone's going to pull behind her, so down and lengthen away. Good. So she's lengthening all the way through her back, down her glutes, and up through her tailbone to protect her spine. Hands come back. She's going to roll up, and the last thing to come up is her head. Change legs, same thing. Rolling all the way down the spine. Drop your head underneath to lengthen all the way through. As she breathes in, she's going to lengthen out, bring the hands back in, and peel all the way back into the sky. Feel okay? Now, it's normally at this stage that I ask my client or my athlete, do you need a drink? Because it's really important to keep hydrated. Do you need a drink? Okay, she's going to keep going. She's a trooper. Back to the start. So once to cap again, this is 50s. 20, 20, and a 10. Here she goes. Sitting up tall because she's only petite. If you're a bigger person or a guy, you can sit at the back of the machine. 2, toes up. 3. Little hips working hard. The movement actually starts in the hip first, not in the ankle or the toe. So she's actually opening up from her glutes and her abs, sliding forward into the second position. These are the pops. spine on nice and long. 3, 4. She's breathing with every single rep. Going for 20 reps. Give me 2 more. And last one. Okay, last one coming down. She's going to slide all the way back to the saddle regardless of how big or small you are. She's going to sit all the way back. Toes in, but toes still up to still work around that hip area. Good. And again, 3, 4. Nice springy action with the hip. Nice and explosive now. Good. 3 more. This is 2 and 1. Weights come down. She's going to journey me back around. Now this time with the Glamazon thrust. She's going to pop her heels on top. So we've changed the incline of where the glutes are sitting. So it's small changes often with all these progressive sets. So the same thing, if she can, she's going to keep her big toe out of a shoe, that's it, and then coming back down. So small changes often with all these progressive sets and reps, just to keep the body asking and pushing a little bit harder. Different from a strength day or a power day. Because the weight's so light and controllable, there's no confusion, there's no potential risk of injury. So I always ask a little bit, changing toes, lifting toe up, lacing, putting the weight on a different part of the leg, pushing through a different part of the hip. 2 more, 2, and last one. That's 1. Thank you, Sancha. She's going to go once again into her stretch. Stay, babe. Everything's nice and long, elongated, there's no stress in the body. She's trying to unwind and release, lengthening all the muscles back out. Good. Head comes down a bit longer, that's it. And drifting back up, rolling his spine back up. And there we go, we're on to the next exercise. Feel like